All right. So everyone, I'm Zack. I work on the Mega Man Battle Network 3D project. Maybe you guys have seen some of it. I'm just gonna show a new little thing that I've been working on, and you guys can just ask questions and stuff. I'm not sure if you guys have seen the new trailer. If you guys have, well, that's great. Right. Maybe you can put on the image.
It's up now.
All right. So there's going to be a Star Force run soon. And so I just wanted to show that in Mega Man Battle Network 3D, there will be Star Force things. There will be Star Force enemies, Star Force playable characters, although I should say playable character, and little other tidbits, chips, and Mr. Hertz here. Much like, the green mystery data, if you allow him to live, you can get a little bonus thing at the end of the battle. So I guess that's my way of saying that Mega Man Battle 3D will only have like actual official Mega Man stuff, but not just Mega Man Battle stuff. So there you go.
Really cool. And this game, it's not like you're taking Battle Network 1 and remaking it in 3D. This is sort of like you redoing the combat system, and the fights are all going to be, you're going to have like a series of fights for player to do. Is it going to be create your own? Is there going to be story, stuff like that?
Well, I think there might be create your own, because I have a very simple system to do that. Honestly, all the levels you see that I've been showing on like trailers or whatever have also been created with a little level editor. And I am thinking of actually making that available and having just a section in the game where you can play levels that you've made and other people have made. So you'd be able to fight 3 firemen at the same time. I mean, I have. I didn't win, but I have tried. But yeah, as you said, it's not a remake of the original game. It's more like a, I would say like a battle simulator of sorts. You just play challenges and stuff, get new chips, get new navies. Kind of like Battleship Challenge, but with the original battle engine. Sort of like that. And obviously in 3D. To answer your question, Ashton Merrill, no, not 9 firemen's Owens.
Nine Mr. matches at once. Yeah, sure. Why not?
So yeah, I guess there's some. I don't know. Maybe we can talk over if you want to show the trailer while we talk. If it's a YouTube clip, so I don't know if that's possible.
Oh yeah, I got a tab for that. Can you post the link in Mumble?
Yes. Let me just do that. Feel free to ask questions while I look for the trailer.
And once we finish with the little presentation QA here, we'll post links to the Tumblr, the trailer, and all that good stuff in chat for you guys to check out, bookmark later.
KSDC, yeah, there will be nav customization, but it's not in right now. I'm not sure if I'm going to get that done for version 1. You see, I'm trying to kind of divide the features between each version. So the first version is just going to be like the solid battle system and some bosses and stuff and familiar chips. And then from there on, I want to expand the game basically. Because if I just go for all the features in one go, I'm just never going to get it finished. I also want to mention that although it's more of a solo project, I do have some people who like to contribute stuff because I feel like this is, something for the Mega Man community. So if people want to contribute, I obviously allow that. I don't know if you guys have seen well, you know what? I think you can show the trailer. There's some assets in there that are by other people. So I obviously welcome people who want to contribute.
Getting the window capture right now, and I don't know how balanced the audio will be, so if the video's a little loud, guys, apologize in advance.
ETA on version 1 release date, I think the beginning of August. And the engine I'm using is indeed Unity. I just made custom shaders. So as you can see, there's shadows even though there's no lighting. And when was this created? Well, it's not done yet, but I guess I started not last year November, but no, last year I think March. So it's been going for a year. And no, Capcom is not issuing a cease and desist. I think they already know about the game. I'm pretty sure they do. I also don't think that. Oh, I want to mention that obviously I do listen to feedback. So some of the feedback I've gotten is that people would like the animations to be a little bit more expressive. So I'm going to take care of that. And I'm going to redo the Mega Man model before release, so that's nothing to worry about. Oh, for example, the what's that green virus called? It's funny how you can program it out and still forget the name. That was an asset from someone else, so people like to contribute. I do encourage that, as long as it's to the level that I want to present.
Is there audio in this video?
Yes, there is, but it's not that big of a deal. It's just a Mega Man music remix. It's not sound effects or anything.
Oh, I think I know what it is. It's probably muted. All right, we'll play more Star Force stuff. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I might have missed some questions. Oh, as you can see, there's going to be the WWW Navis, or the World 3, whatever. And they'll have their, their animation stuff, their gimmicks. Will this feature any custom chips? Yes. Yes, it will. Lord Fash, can you type it again? Yeah, Magic Cannon, that's what I was talking about. I am going to refine the animation a bit. Obviously, this is actually my first 3D game, so, will I put Roll to fight against her? Yes. Yes, I will. Will the Buster, Charge Buster, and alternative Navis be the same as Mega Man's? Nope. For Proto Man, he will slash, yes. Real maps are only battle mode. Only battle mode. You see, if I went to do real maps as well, you guys would see this game in like 2018 or something. If I actually went to do maps and NPCs, well, not NPCs, but people standing around, basically coding that too, that would take a pretty long time. So I decided not to do that and just concentrate on this. Honestly, it started out as a sort of a pet project because me and a friend wanted to basically build a little Mega Man Battle Network tribute, but then it just kind of exploded, and we wanted to make it proper. But then the friend stepped out of the project, so it's now a solo thing. So. Did I miss any other questions? Oh, DOICM, what was your question? I didn't spot it. Will I add the maps later? Probably not. Probably not.
Just think about Star Force. The only thing 3D in that game was the combat. If you made the real world exploration also 3D, it might look kind of cool, but I don't think it would have as big of an impact or make as big of a difference as the combat system. So I think focusing on that is really good, and they are two completely different systems, so having to work on both would take longer to develop.
Yeah, I think you're right here. Will it feature Battle Network in Star Force enemies? Yes, yes. You might have missed it when I started talking about the picture. It was indeed the case that I was trying to say that there will be some Star Force elements. Better yet, there will actually be other non-Battle Network elements. Maybe I can put another picture up. Can you give me 1 sec to look at the picture? And you guys should feel privileged because I haven't actually shown this in public before.
Ooh.
An exclusive, so to say. Yes. Well, I mean, it's just a picture right now, but it'll give you an idea of the kind of stuff I'd like to put in. Yeah, Void, I'm going to redo Mega Man because his model is not really in line with what the standard of the rest of the models are right now, like Proto Man or Roll. So he was actually also the first, humanoid model we've made for the game. Honestly, this is basically my first 3D game, so I'm learning a lot while working on it. So as you can see, that's Airman, and I assure you can beat him. But basically, the point is that I'm going to have some little nods to other Mega Man things. You know, I mean, wouldn't it be neat? Like, I've always thought this, wouldn't it be neat if we just had a few nods to the original Mega Man and Battle Network? I mean, obviously all the navis are inspired by it, but like having a chip where Airman shoots a few of his signature tornadoes over the screen, like stuff like that. Will we have Zero from Mega Man X? I haven't done it yet, but I'm a really big fan of Zero, so maybe. Are you going to have things like the Mega Attack or Big Bangs? I don't think so, no. Spoutman is enemy, and I play this game forever. Is Spoutman the little one that has like a fishbowl's head?
Yes.
Okay, I like Spoutman. Maybe. No promises. You see, the process of creating a Navi or a boss, actually, it actually goes for Navis, viruses, bosses, chips. No, actually, chips are a little different. I have to think of what I want to put in, and then I put in some work to make the model. For a model like Proto Man, wait, let me just put that on the screen. It might be good to indicate what kind of models quality I'm trying to get in the game right now.
Cool.
It's a turnaround of sorts, so you can see the front and the back, and just without posing, so you can see what I'm trying to go.
Also, I think one person mentioned earlier asking what the FPS will be. I can only assume it'd be 60, correct?
That is correct, 60, yes. I'm having a little trouble spotting the image I was thinking about.
That's just asking if how many battle chips will there be in total? I guess that's an undetermined number so far, but also will there be some chips from Star Force as well?
And there might be chips from Star Force, but it's important to obviously try to make them actually work in the system. So far, I've only put in chips that have actually also been in actual Mega Man Battle Network games, but obviously I'm going to step out of that when I have the time. Right now, like the focus up until maybe a month ago was actually just getting the system robust enough and getting enough of the basic things in so that you can say it's a complete Mega Man Battle Network engine. That's done. But now I just want to add more content. That's basically what the focus is right now, and finishing some menus and stuff. And among that is obviously, adding in more chips. So the total chip number is unknown right now, but I think it'll be maybe for the first version, because every time I expand the game a little bit, it's going to have more chips. So I think for the first version, I think maybe 30 unique ones, with obviously the variations, so you get 90 or so. I'd love to add more, but it does take time and programming. Let me see if I saw some. Will there be an old school duo from the SNES fight? Old school duo from the SNES fight. I'm not sure if I follow. Do you mean duo from the classic Mega Man series? Give us crosses or not? Crosses. I don't want to promise anything yet, but I love crosses. So probably. The thing is that making a cross is basically making a new Navi. Actually, the same goes for style change, honestly. But for style change, there's 4 and there's a few combinations. There's stuff I can reuse, and the attacks they do are basically chips, but there's still a charge attack. But crosses is just a completely new Navi, except it's Mega Man still. So I want to, but it'll take a lot of effort. So not yet. Oh, and I will, if I do crosses, I'm going to do souls as crosses. So like Colonel Soul, but it works the same as a cross, like that. And this is a model I made. It took about 3 full days, so like 8-hour days. So what I'm trying to say is that this is the level of model I'm trying to get to. Couldn't a cross just be a reskin? Well, the reskinning actually takes that long in itself because you have to create the model. I mean, you base it off of Mega Man, obviously, but it's you have to make the model and then you have to program the attack. So it is basically a new Navi. You can't just say like we have Mega Man, I stick some parts on him and it's done, because the weight on like the rigging wouldn't make sense anymore. So the animation would be messed up and stuff like that. Let's see. I'm just gonna go through the chat real quick to see if I missed more questions. So we will be getting Furrowcross then. I don't want to say yes because, well, I want to. Let's put it like that. I want to. Yes, I want to. But you'll have to wait, so it'll take a while. When version 1 is out, you're gonna fight World 3. You're gonna fight Life Warriors. I mean, it's a teaser in the trailer, but come on, you guys will know who that is. Ooh. Yes. And there's like gonna be like a few bonus bosses, maybe 2 or 3 that you'll actually have to try to find, and a few playable Navis. I think 2 or 3, and that's just version 1. So that's more like a version in which you guys will play and tell me, Zach, it's broken, help. So after that, I'll bug fix it, and you will get a version 1.5, and that's gonna have a little bit more. And then from there on out, I'm just gonna try and add more content, from there. Will it have control support? Guess what? It already does.
Cool. Someone asked, sorry if you already answered this, but is there going to be any type of multiplayer, cooperative or competitive?
Cooperative multiplayer, well, actually cooperative will be easier than versus. Not in version 1, but yeah, I've been thinking about that for a while. I've really been trying to, but it's actually a bit of a problem. I'm not sure how the original Mega Man Battle Network developers did this, or Star Force for that matter, but basically every attack has to work the other way as well. Every chip that Mega Man can use. So that's basically the biggest bottleneck for that. I want to. Are there beta testers already? Yeah, me. And like some of the guys who have tried to help with the model. But no, I don't really need beta testers because basically, when I make something, I just keep going until it's actually tested myself. However, when I actually do release version 1, I really do want bug reports. So when the time is right, you guys will know. Evil Mega Man. Yes, I'm going to do that. I am going to do that. Don't worry.
Cool. You want to go ahead and post a link to whatever you want, Tumblr, or however the best way to keep track of the project is?
All right, sure. I'll just post that. I'll post that in the mobile so you guys can post it.
Okay. Yeah, actually, because you'd probably get banned for links.
Most likely, yeah.
Alright, just that or both? Alright, there you are. Got both.
I run Twitter. I also run a blog in which I can, have longer messages, videos, stuff like that. Although I do cross post, so if you just follow one of the two, it's fine. I mean, you follow both of them, that's better for my ego. But there you go. Blue Magic Danny. About Star Force bosses. Not yet, but they'll be there eventually. Like, I want you guys to know that there are things I want to do, but it just takes a while, It just takes a bit. I mean, I work hard, but it is a lot of work. And if you want to get it to a proper standard, it does take a lot of time. But styles, I can say that they are going to be in. Because if I make a Mega Man Battle Network game and I can't play a Shadow style, what's even the point?
Nice.
Are you shooting for a finalized version, or are you going to consistently add features over time instead of big releases? I'm going to have like a version 1.0, which is basically, in quotations, a finished game, like a start and end. And then from there on out, I'm just going to keep adding new stuff. Basically like expansions of sorts. You'll obviously be able to keep your save file.
I have a question. What about mods or user-generated content aside from the virus battle combinations?
I've been thinking about that, but that's, I guess, I'm not sure how to do it, which is the problem. I I'll look into it. That's basically all I can promise right now. I'll look into it. But if it is so much trouble that it becomes a product in and of itself, I'll probably not do it. But if it's actually doable, I will, because that's something that I actually really like as well. Mods
Cool.
keep games alive and stuff. So
Yeah.
could you do Star Force scenario, whatever, based on experience in Star Force game? Well, the expansions will basically have like a new, as you guys saw on level select, there's basically a grid, and you move over it as you beat stages. Well, every expansion is going to have a new grid added with the stuff from the new expansion. So yes, Star Force, when I release a Star Force pack of sorts, you'll be able to go through those Star Force scenario sorts. Yes. Solar Cross. I was working on a 3D model of the Gundam Soul, but I don't know. I couldn't do it for some reason. It's kind of mental modeling block, but I kind of want to, yeah. But it has no priority right now. So, also, someone asked if it was hard to make 3D games. I'm not sure, because it really depends. I mean, it depends on what you're making, because the game as is running on Unity, but it uses basically none of Unity's built-in systems for collision and stuff. Basically, all I'm using from Unity is how to display models and stuff, and the fact that I want it to work on Mac and Windows and stuff, and asset loading and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, it depends really on what you want to make. If you just want to make a little game where you walk around in a 3D environment, you can just do that just without any programming skill. So honestly, if you're interested in making video games, just go Google or message me on Tumblr or Twitter. I'll be happy to help.
Yeah, and I'd say that a 3D game is not necessarily harder to make than a 2D game, because depending on the combat system, a lot of the underlying code will actually be very similar. It's just, do you have people interested in doing 3D art or people interested in doing 2D art?
That's exactly true. Honestly, when I don't know what the code for the actual Mega Man Battle Network games looks like, but if I only use sprites, most of the code would still be applicable, except for the stuff that draws the 3D models. So, block size stuff.
Hold on. So I'm going to take KSDC into another channel, and we're going to set up for Star Force 3. Once we're done with that, we're going to switch over. So guys, if you have any final questions for Zack, ask them now, and we'll be back in a bit.
All right, cool. I'll just answer some questions until that's ready. Okay, Musashi, I'm ready. Ask me your question. Oh, in the meantime, total buy. I use Metasequoia, and I use a Blender for texturing and stuff. I actually use two different programs. Don't use my tactic for modeling. Does this game a 3x3 grid or 1x3? 3x3. Yeah. I've literally made the Mega Man Battle Network engine, but in 3D. Dark Navis, yes. Will there be a timetable for a playable demo? Yeah. I think August. Beginning of August. Beginning of August. Yeah. Time challenges like the Serenade Trials. I haven't done that yet, but that might be interesting. Have you thought of making souls that are in the games for characters that might have cool souls? The thing is that I don't want to make original designs, because I don't feel like my design skills will be up to fluff to actually stand on the same level as the original Mega Man Battle Network designs. So, Metagel, yes, because I love the little thing that comes down. It's so cute. Come on. Yes, I made this game with a Blender, a free and open source Blender. Will you accept someone who creates a map editor into the game? I want to say yes, but integrating that into the game would actually also be a lot of effort. I just motivate that person to come talk to me, and we can see what we can do. It's actually what about the music, original covers? I'm using some of the remixes that Capcom has made, but there are some people who have offered to give me some music for the game, and that music will also be included. They have made really cool remixes, and they will be posted on Tumblr and Twitter when they're ready to be shown. Any crossovers with other fan projects like the Boktai 3D project? Um, there is actually now that you mention it. You know those guys at ChronoX. They're pretty cool. They have this really cool design. And yeah, I want that in the game. So I went to them and asked, and they were up for it. I just have to get to the point where I can actually find some time to add it. So I forgot the Navi's name. He he's like a desperado with the cactuses. Anyway, I think you guys know what I mean. But yes, Bass Cross, Soul Cross, maybe, but not really a project right now. That might take some time. So I think if it's in, it's gonna be later. Bass himself, however, is definitely going to be in, but that might also take a sec. Yes, Cactus Man, exactly. Thank you. Cactus Man is going to be in because I went to them, asked them, they seemed interested. So there we go. Base? Are you sure? Oh, okay, sure. Base, yes. Is there a span of games this stream will cover? All games, really. I'm just gonna take stuff from all games. Don't worry. Well, okay, base. There we go. Okay. About who's more likely than man? Like the bowling man, the guy that has like a freaking bowling ball. He's more likely. So no. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna redo Mega Man. I've said, well, animating is quite tough, so, but I'm gonna try and fix that, definitely. Definitely feedback has gotten a lot, so I'm gonna work on that, don't worry. Well, I made the code accessible. When I stop supporting the game is gonna be open source, so. But that's after I'm done putting new stuff in. But until then, I make a mix of their movesets, or for the different boss battles, I give them different movesets per boss battle. But most likely, I'm just going to mix their movesets into one character. On that note, are there any navis or viruses you guys would like to see? That isn't MMA man or box man or finger poke man. Yes, after I'm done basically creating versions, I'll just the game will be open source, so everyone could just do what they want technically. Although I'd appreciate it if people didn't try to make money off it, stuff like that. Gridman Colonel. Oh, mentioning Family Network reminds me. I kind of want to put in that Navi that goes from a horse to a cowboy. Navi's based off robot masters that don't have an official NetNavi counterpart, like Anchor.exe. I'm going to put in Anchor, but I'm not going to modify them. I just want to put in the actual classic design. Copy Man actually changes into other Navis mid-fight. That's actually really cool. Tomahawk Man and Search Man. The more you guys mention certain Navis to me, the more inclined I feel to actually put them in. Sonic the Hedgehog, he's already in. And yes, I meant Ride-Man, thank you. Searchman, yeah, I might actually. Searchman and Colonel are actually have a really good shot. Glide, not so much. Heatman also has a pretty good shot. But, I'm trying to spread now a bit, and so I already have a fire element boss, fireman himself. The Sonic thing was a joke, so please don't actually think that Sonic's gonna be here. Django's not a bad choice, actually. Napalm Man is also rather likely, but it takes a while to make navis and bosses. So. Those annoying shadow fires that can only be killed with sword chips. The assassins or Japan Man? I thought he was called Yamato Man. Well, either way, I think he's kind of cool. Progbot's enemies, you mean the ones that are corrupted? That's actually the cell shading is not a custom shader. The cell shading is actually the texture. As you can see on this picture, this is without shading, so that's just the way it's painted on. The custom shader, however, is the fact that the lighting is off, but there's still a shadow being cast, as you can see in the trailer. Some of the NT bosses in it would be actually really neat. I've been thinking about, actually, the guy who made Roll wanted to put in a thing that was actually exclusive to network transmission. I mean, not network transmission. NT Warrior, jeez. What was his name? Gosh. Was it Slur? I guess? Yeah, Slur. So...
Cool. Well, we're set up for Star Force 3.
Alright,
so...
I think my time is up then. I'll try to answer like one more question then. Are you gonna put in any of the final bosses? That's a good question to end on. Yes. As you can see in the trailer, I was teasing Life Fires, so that won't be the only one, by the way. I'm also thinking about stuff like Duo and Gospel maybe.
Oh my.
But there we go.
Cool. Well, good stuff. Thank you, Zach, for being here. And I'll post the links again to the Twitter and the Tumblr. If you have further questions, tweet them out. Be sure to keep an eye on the Tumblr as development progresses.
All right. Thank you guys for having me. And it was fun answering your questions. Thanks.
Always glad to have you.